Hey guys, I'm Jenny Harkleroad, owner of Balance You, and I've got the cutest guy in San Diego on the call with me today. This is my handsome hubby, Dusty Harkleroad. Thanks for being here, hun. All right, so we're on this call because we wanted to talk, or I wanted to talk a little bit about our marriage and how it's changed over the years. We've been married 28 years now. Can't even believe that. And it's had some roller coaster times, and we've come to a really good place. And I wanted to talk about how we got there and what shifted. So first off, Dusty and I are pretty different people. Would you agree with that one?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we have some of the same goals, but we're pretty opposite on personality.
Yeah, and even likes and dislikes, probably.
Definitely.
Yeah. So I'm kind of a vanilla girl, and he's adventuresome. I'm into the romance. He's into the sci-fi. I mean, whatever the topic is, we could probably say we're most often we would make an opposite choice. Is that true?
Yeah, most of the time,
Most of the
except
time.
in certain areas. Yeah,
Yeah. So
church.
I think what we have in common is we love each other. We love our kids. I would say we have the same religious beliefs and the same political beliefs. Although I would say you're a little more passionate about the political beliefs than I am. Is that true?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, good. So we got married 28 years ago, and from my perspective, it was pretty fun for a couple of years. We were in newlywed bliss camp, and then it started getting a little harder, a little more difficult from my perspective, and continued to be that way for quite a long time. What about for you?
Yeah, I mean, I think guys might be a little easier to please, but hopefully that didn't sound too bad. But there's a saying, happy wife, happy life. And so your misery translated to mine too.
Yeah, yeah. And why do you think I was so miserable?
I know why you told me you were miserable.
Why? Because of you? It's all your fault?
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. Gosh, Dusty, thanks a lot. Thanks for making me so miserable. Yeah, why did you believe me? Did you think I was crazy?
Yeah, no, I believed you
You believed me.
mostly, except for the really crazy stuff.
Okay. I'm afraid to ask. You remember what that was?
Do you really want to go into details?
Hey, why not? They want to hear it.
So, he wanted me to call you, uh, when he wanted me to leave work on time and call you when I left, sorry. Um, and maybe that's reasonable, but I'm just thinking, well, I just get there when I get there, as long as I'm not going to be home at 10 o'clock at night or something.
Yeah. So I had certain rules for you to follow. And when you didn't follow the rules, I got my feelings hurt and I got mad.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it seemed like there were a lot of rules and a few too many, right? Yeah. And the crazy thing for me was if you didn't call, it really turned into a big deal instead of me thinking like, oh, he forgot. It was like, he doesn't love me. I'm not important enough. He doesn't keep his word. I kind of spun it out of control. And then I
And
was,
to be honest,
yeah.
maybe I didn't remember, but it was also because I didn't want to.
Oh,
Well, I control my life, you control your life,
yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
if I'm just going to be totally honest,
Yeah. Perfect.
I'm not stopping at bars or, trust me, I'm coming home, I'm working hard and
Yeah.
I'll be home. But
Right.
maybe that's a bad attitude, but
Well, it is what it is. And we got through it, thank goodness. So, in 2016, well, even before that, 2013, I broke my back in a hiking accident. I couldn't get better. I finally met Dr. Warren Jacobs, who helped me reprogram my mind and get out of pain. And when that happened, I discovered the power of my mind and started using that power to change everything, including our marriage. And so that was 2016. So, what do you feel like changed in 2016 or since 2016?
Well, definitely it was an overnight transformation. You went to that to the training, right? I believe it was in Texas, and basically told me when I get back, it's over.
Mm,
You know, so I'm like, I was not happy. Lowest point of my entire life, of course. And so I just figured I took it at face value and said, all right, well, I guess that's that. Then you came back and you changed your mind.
Literally, I changed my mind, not even purposefully. Like I was just working on myself, and I worked on myself so much that when, let's use the example you gave, when you didn't call home, I no longer thought he doesn't love me, or he doesn't care, or he doesn't keep his word, or I'm not good enough. I just thought he forgot. And now I know you just didn't want to call. And that's okay too, because you can control your own life, right? You are your own person. And if you don't like that rule, I have to call and tell you if I'm running late, then I have the choice if I want to be okay with that. But it's not only a choice, a conscious choice. I repatterned my brain so that it literally didn't bother me. Because what's the point of always being bothered, and trying to like count to 10 and not get mad? It's better to just let it roll off your back. And that's what I've been able to do with that change of the mind. So it's been so helpful in our relationship. Yeah. Anything else get better besides you can come home whenever you wanna?
Sometimes I feel guilty putting your reprogramming to the test.
Oh.
Not on purpose, but I mean, I feel I'm not a horrible husband,
Absolutely not.
but I don't think I was your premarital expectations of a husband either. I want my own time. I want to do it my way, obviously. And so sometimes I do. And maybe I had 20 years of scarring that makes me think in the back of my head, she's going to be so angry. But you aren't. You aren't.
Yeah.
And when I say put it to the test, I don't mean like going out partying with friends or anything like that, but
Yeah.
Just being late from work, or forgetting something that I was supposed to do for you that you asked me to do, or
Yeah. Just little things. It was little things that would really just get to me. And again, it was my own like wounds that just made it seem like everything was such a big deal. And now that those wounds aren't there, it's not a big deal anymore. So I can just let it go. So yeah, it's been so powerful. So a lot of times when couples are struggling, they see a therapist. We did. They read books. They try to go on date nights. All these things that we tried as well, and we weren't getting the kind of results that we were hoping for. And then I did this work just with myself. Right? This isn't something we did together. Just worked on myself, and we had this big shift. And would you say it's been pretty good since 2016?
Yeah, I mean, I've had I think I've had my own emotional scarring from 20 years of difficulties, and so it took me a while to realize that this version of you was here to stay, you
Mhm.
know, but I'm glad it is. I'm glad we're going to have the next 28 years pretty happy.
Yeah, yeah. Do I ever revert back to my old ways?
Not even once.
That's awesome.
Not even once. I have to admit, I'm a little surprised at times.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm going to catch it for this. And at the most, I think I might have seen you kind of bob your head and smile and walk to the other room.
Excuse me while I go reprogram myself. I'll be right back.
It's pretty powerful.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you'd recommend this kind of work for people who are struggling together?
Yeah. And it's worth it.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thanks for sticking by me when I wasn't the balanced wife that I am now. And I love and appreciate you. And thanks for jumping on this video with me.
Absolutely. Looking forward to another 28 years.
Awesome. Me too.